Hi everyone. I'm happy to be here in behalf of Levante Real Estate. And this is our podcast, second episode. Nice to meet you again. And with us, Rashid. Rashid, how you doing?
Good. Hi. How's everything? So far, so good. Yeah, it's been quite long. It's been quite a while since we did our last podcast. So
There is many to catch up.
yes,
Yeah, yeah, there is many to
uh,
catch up.
on the on the way.
And we will try to be more consistent this time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, because of the recent situations, whatever
Yeah.
happened so far, I mean, we couldn't catch up. But
Yes.
let's see. Hope the rest will be fine. Let's see.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Guys, this is real estate market. Real estate market, there is so many details and so many things happening every day. Like me and Rashid, when we were trying to prepare for this episode, we have so many thoughts and so many ideas to talk
Yeah.
about. But I think the first we should talk about is for example, why we are here in this market itself, the real estate market. I think I remember that Rashid in the when we are trying to do rehearsals, he gave like a very nice
Yeah, it's like um, it's not only about real estate. I would say. I mean, personally, for me, it's all about sales and interaction with people, and of course, the number one reason everyone knows is like freedom, uh, like sense of freedom you have in this business. Why I started the reasoning from sales is because the whole life is all about sales. What we see, like we make friends, it's kind of sales. We meet new people, it's kind of sales. Even parenting, like even if you grow up, if you have brothers, sisters, and like all the interactions, if we take into consideration, into deep consideration, if we look at the course, it's all about sales. Like you are trying to give something and you are expecting something in return as well. So that's kind of like the main activity in life, what people do since the beginning of the human evolution, you know. And among all of them, once I started like learning about sales, mastering the skills, like what's human psychology, how we sell what we do, and at that time I needed something like something stable, something real, and of course something with good value to sell. And like among all, let's say the jewelry, the perfumes, whatever, like whatever you have as a commodity in the world, you can sell, be it diamond, be it gold, whatever. But out of all, as I understood, the biggest market, the biggest demand, and I would say this demand was going for forever, is the real estate market. And this is the by its name, it's real estate. The other estates are not that real. Even the gold, you are putting so much trust on it. It has limited market. I mean, limited group of people that are interested in gold and they know what's the value of the gold and they have pretty much time to wait until that gold catches up like 2, 3, 5% over the period of time. But in terms of real estate, everyone needs home. It doesn't matter where you go, where you're from, what you do, and how big your family is, you still need a home. Be it big or small, here or there, like you will need a home. And in terms of course, like safety, well-being, and all of this, you need home. And on the other side, you need the home for investment as well. So from that point, I started learning, getting into real estate. What is this all about? Why people like it so much? And what's the market trends in different areas, like in Europe, in America, in Russia, in Middle East, like in different parts of the world. Based on that, like after doing a lot of research and analysis and comparing it with my personality and my ways, my values, I came to understand that this is the right place for long-term business. So that's how we started, like with real estate. And then we went into details, and now that's what we are doing today.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And Levante is very happy to have you in the team,
Me
definitely
too.
because of
Yes,
that.
of course. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, let's dip again to the Dubai real estate market. Okay,
Yep.
and the amount of the. I think we have a very nice conversation about the amount of the developers that they are there in the market,
Yes.
and the type of the developers. Like, can you give for our audience little understanding about when we talk about developers? Definitely, we are talking about the off-plan market.
Yes.
So
Of course.
like the main players at least, or what's the things that they are doing or things they are famous with.
Yep. And last time I checked, when I checked last time, as per the DLD, there are more than 1,700 developers registered, like in Dubai. It's just in one city. Can you imagine, like Dubai as a whole city, like in one emirate, 1,700 developers, like people who are willing to build home here, willing to make business here, willing to meet the demand of the city. And out of them, of course, like not all of them are popular, not all of them are really like big players. Like at least like 10% of them rule the market. Like they set the standards, the pricings, and the rest of the criterias. The others will follow. And of course, there is a question why in one city 1,700 developers, like compare it with any other cities of the world, you don't have that numbers. You can't have this much numbers in one place, like investing so much to just build a home. First of all, it's, as we said even in the previous podcast, it's all about regulations. It's how well regulated is the market, like how mature is the market and how well established it is. The second is the trust of people. Like first, you have to be well established, you have to be well regulated, like away from anything that can harm your reputation, market, clients, like financial point of view, and the business owners. And then the trust of people. And then comes the marketing, like how you are marketing your city, your place, your place in general. So in terms of trust wise, recently we are seeing more and more families are moving to Dubai. More and more families are moving to Dubai. Before, when we came like first in 2014, 15, most of the population, people who know it, who were there, they know most of the population were singles. Young singles, like they just came to have a look, to chill, to enjoy the life, its beauty, its luxury, like all this. And gradually, when people saw that generation, including us, when we started seeing the things, how it's changing and how it's becoming safe and how the government is meeting its own promises in front of people, so then kind of a natural trust started to how do you call it, appear in people's mind. It's not just you see beautiful pictures, you see beautiful marketing materials, or some influencers comes up and says, guys,
The
come
bond,
here.
like
Yes,
the bond, yeah.
this is something real, this is something like precious. You can't say I came because someone advised me. No. Or I saw some marketing material, how beautiful is the Burj Khalifa or the Dubai fountains, or these are all like part of the cake, like, but the whole idea is totally different. And that's why I think more and more families are started to moving. So that of course creates the demand. And by the last statistics we saw, the 26,000 more families moved to Dubai recently. 26,000. It means 26,000 homes will be needed. And this is the demand. And the supply is 3,700, no more than 5,000 yearly. We have. So there is a huge shortage in the market. That's why everyone is like booming now. The rental prices are going up by 22% quarterly, and because demand is high. So that's why I think the people are also coming to meet that demand and make people's lives easier. And in terms of big players, when we talk about developers, there are certain developers, like everybody knows, most people know, they set standards, they set the prices, the sizes, because they own most part of the market. And the rest of the people who are coming to the market, they come with, as we see, like from our point of view, they come with two reasons, like two ways. Either you have to bring the product You have, for example, a product that's you're already doing in UK, in US or somewhere, and you have that certain type of product, and you have to come with the product and search for suitable market, suitable area, your quality, your price, your size, the promise that you are giving, the lifestyle that you are offering has to meet some certain types of people in specific area, because Dubai is not small. It's big enough. It has many districts, the areas like in different colors. So first of all is this. The second and most well known is people who are just starting from zero, joining the forces. They come and search for the market. What's missing in the market? They analyze the areas, the demand, the people, the taste, everything. And then they find out that what product is missing in this market, so we will bring that product. Like, you analyze what's the problem, so I will bring the solution for you. Based on these two ways, and then they start looking at the big players, how they are playing, who is known for quality, who is known for sizes, who is known for the on-time delivery, reputation, like capital appreciation. Because whenever you are purchasing a property, you expect it to rise in value, because otherwise you could have bought something else. Why people don't buy like expensive cars first, but they buy home? Because expensive cars, even like the moment you take it from the showroom, it drops 10 to 15% value automatically. It becomes secondhand. You want it or not, you drove it or not, you passed like 10 kilometers or not, it's still considered to be secondhand. But why people invest into property? So they expect some value in it. At least even if you don't see the increase in the price, at least you will have home. You'll have some asset in your hand anytime later, like today or tomorrow, you can use it, you can utilize it, you can sell it, or you can live in it. The minimum case of scenario. Based on that, they differ. And of course, as a real estate professionals, like as a salespeople, what we do, because we work with the people's tastes, demands, like we mostly work with the demand, not supply. Supply is the developer part. That's their part of the game. Like they have to provide with the product. We look at the demand. What is demanding as of now? Like what people needing like most as of now. Based on that, we start selecting developers. Like which developers they already have results, the same product that we are looking for, and they have met several times their promises. And based on that, we pick a few, let's say 10, 15, 12 developers, and we specifically work with them. That's from our part. So from there, we will start advising people. Like if you are going with X developer, you will have A, B, C values. If you go with the Y developer, you will have 1, 2, 3 benefits or drawbacks. Like you choose what you have, what you want. And based on the demand, based on the requirement, we start selecting the product like every salesperson does, like be it in real estate, be it in anywhere else. For example, in every single business, you have, in every single product that you sell, be it real estate, jewelry, or anything else, you have certain type of people and certain type of characteristics that you have to take into consideration. For example, if you're selling jewelry, you have to look at the face of the person, like its round shape, square shape. It's like what kind of shapes are like suitable for that type of person. What's the color of the, what you call this, the
stones or
the stones and the clothings, what they wear
Skin
most,
also.
yes, and the skin. So it should match. So they have their own specific criteria to match their product. For example, if you take the white gold or yellow gold, what's the difference? How it suits you? Same we do. We do the same story. Like, how big is your family? How many children you have? How many children you have? Plus, how many of them go to school? What's your monthly expenses? Do you have car loan or not? Like basic questions. Like we analyze how much is the guy's like income and outcome, and what's the margin in between. So the more people open up themselves, the more suitable product we can find for them. Bigger product, smaller product. What's your requirement? You're looking for long-term investment or short-term investment? You want to make money until during the construction or after construction? What is your criteria? We have very classic type of clients till today. They want it cheap, like they come for off-plan because they want it cheap, like cheaper than the secondary market, ready products. And the construction projects are almost the same now with the ready products because there is a huge demand on them. So developers, even they are 1,700 plus, they're still on the way to meet that demand. So what they want to buy an off-plan, they lower the value, so later on they can get the keys and then rent it out for the long term. Like they expect annual profit, let's say, from rentals from 8 to 10% yearly. That's good for them because from 8 to 12 years, they can get their money back and the asset, the property will stay with them as a pure profit.
Yeah, and
anytime
appreciation also.
Yes, the cherry on the top of the cake is the appreciation for them.
Of course.
So the moment they want to exit the market, the moment they want to sell it, and then they will get their profit like in bulk. Yearly rentals they're getting, they don't count it as a profit. It's just paying for itself. That's it. They're getting their money back. It's not profit. This type of clients, they don't consider it as a profit. So the profit is once you sell it, once you exit the market, you will see it. Like you bought the property for 1 million dirham. Over the period of time, it appreciated to 1.4 million dirham, 40%. So the moment you are selling is 1.4 million is your net profit over the last, let's say, 5, 10, 6 years. That's one type of clients. Another way people started making money in the market is they started flipping it. And there are a lot of, I can say, how do you call it? Right information, wrong information, like
vague kind of information.
Yes, like
there are different sources of the information in the market.
Different source of the information from different people, and most of them are not aware of the market.
Yeah, not trustworthy.
And plus, the number one mistake they make is, especially the newcomers, they keep comparing with their own market, where they came from. If he's coming from X country, he always compares the Dubai market with his own country, and then gives the predictions based on that place, not based on Dubai. What Dubai did like over the last 20 years, and what it's aiming to do in the next 30 years.
Use the other market as a baseline for his comparison. Not he doesn't compare Dubai with Dubai. He compares Dubai with his country.
There is a tricky reason for that, because most of his clients are coming from that area, from his country, because he's choosing his own community, own people, because he's new in the market and he needs to work with someone. For example, if I am, let's say, from X country, I would like to start my work with the same people that they understand my language, my ideas, like my way of thinking, because I know their way of thinking. And when I try to explain them something like from the other world, because Dubai is not similar to any other city, any other market, it's hard for me to explain them, first of all. Second, it's hard for them to understand it, to digest it. So they may doubt it. I may lose them. What these people are doing, they're comparing their own city, they're giving the same predictions from their own market to the same people because it's easy for them to understand. And there's the trick, and after some period of time, it doesn't work in that way. So then a lot of questions and quarrels will come to the table. They will start speaking like, I had a guy, I spoke to him and he sold me this unit, this project, and he said this will be like appreciated this much, or this will be like bringing rental return this much or whatever. But it didn't work out. Why? There are many reasons. He didn't go into details. He just said, you know what, where are you from? I'm from X place. Okay. You know how things work in the X place? Yes, it works A, B, C, D. You buy 2-bedroom apartment, it appreciates this much, and a lot of families are there, a lot of things are there. You buy bigger apartment because bigger families will live it, and they live it longer in the area, in that place. It's somehow true, but not for all places.
That's true.
For example, till today, 3-bedroom, 4 bedrooms are not that in high demand in Dubai.
Yeah, that's true.
Not yet. We just reached the 2-bedroom. it's a very good demand now we have in 2 bedrooms because of that new moving families.
Yeah.
And when people say, and when people compare with their own place, and they say the hot cake, the best selling is the 3 bedrooms, and especially if they're in lower floors, because having elevators and stuff, it's something new for those kind of people, and that's why they prefer it always in low floors. Whatever is in first, second, third floor is the number one product. But in Dubai, it's opposite. Dubai is all about views.
Yes.
It's all about beauty. It's all about the scenes, like the picture.
Luxury, quality, and all of that. Yeah.
So the less the floors you have, like lower the floors you have, the price will be different, and demand will be the same. So you won't have that high demand on low floors compared to the high floors. Of course, everyone likes the higher floor. Like if I will give you a choice, like would you live in the 4th floor or 64th floor? Of course, you will say 64th floor.
So I can see
from
more.
there.
Yeah.
I can see the whole city.
Yeah.
From beginning to the end, I can see everything. Like it's fantastic. It's magnificent. Like you go out to your balcony, it gives you that kind of feeling that you see like you can do everything, you can do anything in this city. And that gives you the feeling.
Literally feel like you are in the top of the world, you know?
Exactly.
It's not like you really feel like you are in the top of the world. Yeah.
That's why a lot of success stories we hear in Dubai, there are like many small elements that add up to that success stories. It's all about psychology and the emotions and stuff we have. It's totally different story, but it also contributes somehow. You know, at that time, because a lot of resales, they come to us till today, we see the projects that have been building for the last like 2-3 years. They are still not completed. There is a reason for that. It's not a small project. First of all, it's not what you call it, the easy project, the architectural point of view, and a lot of things also in the middle happening, like pandemic and other stuff happened. So, and every single time they delay it minimum like 1 month, 2 months. And here in Dubai, it's not like you completed the property, you get the key same day. No. There's a snagging, there's the inspection, so government has to check it. They have to see every single unit, every single property. Is it like livable? Is it safe? Like all the criterias. For example, in one building, if you have 400 apartments, like literally, don't expect it like after completion, you get the key after 1 month. No, it will take minimum 2 months or more. Because they will check every single apartment, every single point, like
safety and
firefighting system, smoke alarms, swimming pools, areas, like common areas, everything, elevators. They have their own process. So that takes time. And most people don't understand why it's taking time, because these people, they are not clearing the points. They are not saying in the beginning, listen, we have completion date, let's say Q4 2025. Yes, but it doesn't mean you will get it in December. You can get it earlier or later, but even if you get later, be prepared, because there is ABC reasons. The project is not small, the project is not easy, and in terms of investigations and paperwork, Dubai is hard. They are tough. They check every single point before they will give you some permission or whatever. Like before they will let you open your door, like roughly speaking. And that's where like most of the off-plan people, they're failing. I mean, the newcomers. And then they start, let's say, competing with, when they see that they're failing in certain areas, but they don't understand why, because it's automatically what they do. They did, yes, they have good experience back in their country, but it doesn't fit with the Dubai's market. Yeah. And people who are working in Dubai, they don't understand like in which ways you are coming, like in which ways you are trying to sell it or trying to advise to the people. And most of the time when we see something wrong, it's like it's a disaster, because you know the consequence of it already. And what you call it. So, and then they will think of different other stories. For example, we have different techniques in selling. Like whoever like is in professional sales, whatever the product they sell, they know. Like there are many techniques. We sell by opening the secrets. We sell by giving the, what you call it, the fear points. Like if you do this, you will be in trouble. If you do that, you will be in trouble. So better for you to stay here so you will not be in trouble. I will guide you. That's one way. Second way, for example, when you are talking about the price and other criteria with the developer, you should speak about this, that, because there are a lot of things like under the table. Actually, there's nothing under the table. It's just a story they made up to scare the client, so he doesn't go to other person. That's the sales technique. That's a very small like basic. We don't go into deep, like it's basic. And they try to use that strategies because they know the person who just came to Dubai, he's new here, he doesn't know anything about it yet. Even if he knows, he just saw it in some commercials, he just heard from his friends and stuff, but he doesn't have that deep knowledge of it. So there they start to compete. Again, they fail. So that's how the market like preparing the real estate guys by hard practices. The best way they can do is like straight away, like don't waste your time. Go to DLD, take the books, or go to any other like professional company, like big established, well established with good success stories. Just go to them, learn from them, start your like journey from there, and you will not need to worry about your reputation. You will not need to worry about your clients, like you will lose what you will do, or like in the worst case scenario, you will get good lessons. You will know the market. It doesn't need to be like you don't have to make money from day one, because everybody knows like every single real estate guy, at least 2 months he stayed in zero in the beginning. Like at least 2 months, 2 to 3 months, they stay in zero because they're in the process of learning. They're not in the process of selling. They first need to learn it, understand it, and then start practicing it. As they say, the quick success is the scam. So there's no quick success. It can happen once, twice. Like we hear the stories like, yes, I closed my first deal in first week, second week. That happened with me also. But after that, what happened?
Dry, yeah?
Yeah, it's like for the next 3 months, 2 months, you stayed dry. Even for me, it was the same. Yes, my friend was the first person who did the rental with me. He rented 2-bedroom apartment in Ticom. And I still, till today, I never forget this. I remember like how much I made commission and how that deal went through. And this was not my apartment. It's from the colleague. He just liked his apartment. So I had a client in the same company. We just closed because my friend wanted 2-bedroom in Ticom. And company had that stock because the company is big enough. So they have many exclusive stocks. And this is another good point, that before joining any other company, you need to have a look at their background and what they have in hand, like good stocks, exclusive products, the team,
culture,
the culture, yes. And then you can go ahead, like how, for example, how well they communicate within each other and how good they are in sharing with each other.
Yes.
Because till today we hear some stories that they don't even share with their own colleagues. Like, and in their ads also they say no agents, please. Like, yes, it's good. It's good. If it is a small deal, yes, it's good. I understand it, but it's all about like numbers.
But
And
I don't believe that anyone can survive in the real estate market without connection and
yes,
without playing with others. Like he can survive at least for 1 month or 2 weeks, but after that he cannot
yeah,
for the long run. Like it's
like
real estate is all about. I believe like there is only two main products in real estate. There is
like
trust
yes,
and there is dream. If you
exactly.
cannot sell dream and if you don't have trust,
No,
no way you can survive in the real estate market.
it's not possible. Plus, what we say, contacts bring contracts.
Yeah,
The more contacts you have, the more contracts you will bring.
that's true.
And 99% of the deals, like personally, I closed, they're coming from contacts. They're not approaching me directly on social media, or they're not approaching me directly on property finder portals like Bayut, Dubizzle, or anywhere. It happens once or twice a year. That's it. No matter how many stocks you have, especially in off-plan. In secondary, yes. In secondary market, the portals are number one. They will bring you the good leads because they have the actual ready product.
Yeah.
But in off-plan, you can't survive without contacts. And for that, you need the maximum referrals.
You know, that's why a friend of mine, I have a very good conversation with him. He told, like, we have this speaking about the real estate agents and all of that. He told me, like, bro, the market is always knocking bad real estate agents
Yes,
out. And I told him, like, but there is so many of them. He said, like, but they won't stay for a long time.
17,000, bro.
Okay, they will be knocked out
Yes,
because if they have bad practices, bad attitude, yeah, the market is big, but at the end of the day, the word will be out that this person is not good. Okay,
exactly.
or his attitude is not good, and if his attitude is not good, nothing can help. Like, if you don't have good communication skills, if you don't have a good knowledge of the product, if the practices or the ethical practices is
Yes,
not good, or he don't deal with his colleagues or with his clients very well, definitely at the end of the day the deal will be ruined.
exactly. And most of the people failing in this point nowadays.
Yeah.
Why? Because they don't set their own standards before starting something. Like if I want to go first, let's say to the beach to swim,
Mm.
what I will do, I will prepare myself first. I get my towel and like whatever I need, the essentials. Then I go to the beach.
Yes.
It's not like let's go from here, let's go to the beach, let's have some fun. No,
Yeah.
I mean you have to prepare yourself first.
You will ruin this nice suit.
Yes. In the business, in real estate, in anywhere, the same story.
Mm.
First, before starting to do anything, you first need to set certain like standards for yourself. Okay, my borders are X, Y, Z, like A, B, C. My rules are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do this, I don't do this. And then compare it with the law, what law says.
Mm.
Like maybe something you like, but law doesn't allow it. Maybe you don't like, but law allows it. Like you need to compare. And then once you are done with this, and then take advices like learn, do analysis with the real market, with the practice, because not always like theory is matching the practice. Like, at least there is a difference in like say 10%, 15%, because there is a human factor. For example, law is saying pay 50-50, but in practice it's 100% paid by one party.
Mm.
So you cannot hold it and say no, it should be by law 50-50. No,
Yeah.
it's human factor.
Yes.
And there is in all contracts, you see like the last clause, the last word, until until agreed otherwise. So you have ABC rules, but if
Like
you
this is the ground rules,
Yes.
but there is some
if you agreed,
expectations, like
yes,
some
if you agreed
clarity,
otherwise, then go ahead.
Yeah.
For example, the duration of the contract is 2 months. If you agreed for 3 months, go ahead.
Yeah.
No problem.
Okay, let me ask you about totally different question.
Okay.
You know those people who's telling you like it's a bubble, Dubai, it's a bubble, and the prices is going down soon, and you will see the market is crashing, and you know these people.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Well, see, I came to Dubai 2014 November, 27 November. I remember it. Like, I don't know how long it, like after literally 6 months, less than 6 months, I already started real estate. After doing all this, the studies, the advices, the people, since that time, people say the same word. Since that time. And there are two things. First, because even when we were studying at the university, we had that in the marketing. It's called gossip marketing. The gossip marketing, for example, if tomorrow someone comes and says, you know what, like tomorrow the cost of the, for example, from next year, cost of living is going to increase in this city, like we are expecting this much, it's just a word. There's no statistics. People will run.
Propaganda.
Yes. And they say cost of water is increasing, or India stopped exporting onion. Onion price goes up. It's gossip marketing. There is no statistics. There is no
hardcore for this
yes,
information.
it's just a word. A lot of small business owners, these people, they start using this kind of stuff to increase their price and get rid of their stock.
Yeah.
So, and it always happens from outside, not inside. People who are in the market in Dubai, whoever is seeing the proven track record in the city, they don't say this because they don't feel it. It's not there. It's everything is stable, everything is moving in the right hand. People who are outside, they don't understand the market, but they sit and then compare with their own city. I don't name it. For them, it seems like a bubble because in comparison, Dubai is rising faster.
That's
Dubai's
true.
prices are going higher,
That's true.
but they don't understand Dubai is not the top yet in terms of prices.
Yeah, definitely.
We have London, we have China. Like when Chinese market started hitting us, the Chinese customers hitting the market, we did the analysis. Like the normal studio in Beijing, it's $1 million starting from just 28, 26 square meter. I'm not talking about 500 square feet in Dubai, like 50 square meter, like we have today, or 40 square meter, like we have. It's less the size, but the higher value. But in terms of living standards and the market regulations and other factors, Dubai is much better compared to other places. The only thing that people till today they complain about is the weather. It's understandable. If you see like geographically where Dubai stands is near the equator and it's always hot. It's the desert area, so you can't do anything with it. Yes, we are doing a lot of greeneries, the sustainability, it's helping much. But other than this, like you don't have any other drawbacks. The luxury living, the best service, like safety, the education, the medical services, like they're always on the top. Dubai comes first. At least like in the first 5, you will see the Dubai. When they give you the ranking, like safety, the passport index.
Bro, Dubai is so successful that people think that it's a country.
Yes, exactly. And back to the bubble story.
Yeah.
You need to have, for example, certain, what do you call it? The proofs.
Yeah.
For it to be the bubble.
Yeah.
For example, you need to have the big difference between the supply and demand, the price-wise, plus comparing to other markets that you have, and the bank and other financial institutions, they have to give you the statistics, like what's the ratio in the mortgage value, how many units are getting mortgaged nowadays, how many, like in comparison. Till today, you have like most part of the transactions are doing in cash. It's not mortgaged. Like bubble when it's happened like in 2008,
banking
and globally, it was the failure of the banking system.
Yes.
We have that even like they started giving mortgages to even like to people that didn't see it.
Yeah.
Even if you see if you speak to the people, they say, like, I don't know, true or not, they started giving mortgages to the dogs and cats by the name. I mean, you just make some fake social security number and all of this drama in US, they started giving, and houses got empty. You see a lot of houses being sold and transactions are done, but they're empty. No one is paying it back. So there the default came. In Dubai, it's so strict that you cannot get mortgage like every day. This is first. Second, the demand in cash transactions, like the number of cash transactions happening, they don't allow the...
And I think the statistics, you said it earlier when you talked about the families that coming and the amount of units being...
And they're coming not with empty pockets.
Yeah, definitely.
They're moving to the place, they study it, they know about, and they're prepared for this. They know the cost of living here. They know the cost of education here, the medical treatment, like everything, cost of housing here, like, and then they move here. So they start with their own small businesses. They start renting, they start purchasing. Like most of the people who are moving to Dubai, not just coming to have a look and go, just moving literally with the family. What we see, most of them from the first, from the first year, like 1 year past, or let's say from the second or third year, they started looking at the properties to own.
That's true. That's true.
For example, first, what recently is happening now, they're coming to certain communities just to test the water. They're living peacefully. They just got the rent-a-car. They don't want to even buy a car yet because all they heard is information from outside, from friends and relatives, and they didn't taste it themselves. If someone is saying water is warm in the sea, it doesn't mean you just go and jump.
Definitely.
Just first taste it. They're testing the market. they're getting the rent a car, they're going here and there, like talking to people, what's up here, what's happening, what's the prices, what's the requirements, what regulations we have if I want a mortgage or if I want to start my business, what is the tax, what is the regulation, like who is the controlling body in my area, who do I need to report. And after all of this, they understand that life is easy in Dubai. It's not like what people are saying there. Till today, I receive in my directs, like on Instagram, people say, is it true that if you buy property in Dubai, after 20 years, the government takes it back from you? Like, what do you mean? After 20 years, like 2003, did you hear someone like they lost their home to government? And they say, is it true? Like if you buy a property here, no matter how many, 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, after you die, government takes it back. No one can get it back. I said, what do you mean? Like it's not even logical. Forget about the laws, forget about the reputation, forget about the standards, anything. It's not even logical. Here is a different practice. And we start giving them the points. Why? Because
they compare it with their own country.
Yes.
Things can happen there, yeah.
And then they say, is it true that next year Dubai is experiencing big crash? What do you mean? I heard it many times. Many times. Like, what do you mean? How? From where?
Well, to be honest with you, all the indicators showing that if there is any like political problem in the Middle East or in other surrounding areas, that means because Dubai is a safe hub, like safe area. So many of the people from that areas, I mean the people who's like well capable, like have money, have resources, have experience, they will move in to come here to Dubai. And there is so many practices for that, like when the war started in Ukraine and Russia, people come from Ukraine and Russia here.
Yes.
And when other till today, yes. And when the other areas start to have some like issues, this led the market booming here in the.
Of course, like for example, there's a like simple comparison. If there's a forest, there's a fire in the forest, where you run? Close to the water, close to somewhere that it's safe.
Exactly.
Until this place gets normal, like whatever happens, it's financial crisis, it's political or any other.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. The moment you see the instability, people will seek for stability.
Yes.
For stable places. So Dubai is one of those places that are stable in terms of economics, the political point of view, the trade, the system, law, regulations, everything.
And when you compare it with other areas, it's easy to move in.
Yeah.
The regulations is clear and it's open for like all the nationalities.
As far as you are coming with good wills, it's open.
Exactly.
Exactly. And back to that point again, why people have that sort of expectation and information, because they heard from him, from them, like it's just a gossip. It's gossip information. It's not clear. And then we start to tell them like, as per the law, regulation, it's like this. Like if you pass away, let's say if the person dies, first of all, they will look at the last will. Did the guy had it or not? If he didn't, then we have our own set of rules. We have our own set of rules to manage the situation, but never like
we said before,
there is nothing that says yes,
like,
government
there is
takes
the main
it
rule,
back.
except if there is
Yeah. So it's not like in your place or in any other place. It's just people spread this word just to scare you, so you come to them, ask for more information. So there you got into trouble. Like that's the sales technique. Like be it clean or not, it's part of the game. It's there. Someone is practicing, someone is not. And here we don't practice it. Like whoever is in the market, we don't practice unethical, how do you call it? The ways. It's the first and foremost rule. You have to be honest with the person and you have to give clear and right information.
As we said,
yes,
trust and dream. If you are not clear, that you are not trustworthy.
Yes.
If you don't give the right information, you are not trustworthy. If you still start to play around, you are not trustworthy. So
exactly, and
you might sell this one, but definitely you are losing the trust of the client and the others who's coming from his
Exactly. As I
network.
as I said, like 90% of the deals that we are closing, they're coming from
Yeah,
referrals. Like one bot, he advised the second one, the third one. Until
exactly.
today, they just wherever they are, they just text my clients like, Rashid, how are you doing? Good. How about you? How's things? How's your home? Like, anything you need from me? Like, can I help you? Saying, no, no, no. I just met the guy while I was performing the. He was like interested. He was talking about Dubai real estate and like comparing it. I gave your number if you don't mind. I said, yep, you're welcome. Why not? I appreciate it. First of all, thank you for your trust that you remembered me first, not someone else. And how do you call it? And of course, I will be happy to help him the same way I helped you. Like, and
Okay, now let me
that keeps
ask you a
us in the
question.
business.
If there is any areas these days you are focusing on, or there is something you see it's juicy in the market, something like you like?
Uh, well,
Okay,
there
I
is
like the
no,
smile.
yeah, good question. Because as I'm telling you, there is no place that you can say it's not juicy in the market.
Okay.
Because there's a product, there is a customer. For every single product, there's a customer. But as we like to work in long run, in long term perspective, there are a couple of areas that we mainly focus. One of them are like Dubai Islands.
Okay.
Before coming to that point of Dubai Islands, we did a lot of research.
Mm.
We did a lot of comparisons, comparative analysis, like what happened in the past, what's happening now, and what's promised in this area, and who's the backbone of that project, of that area. For example, there are areas they rise too fast and they stop.
Mm.
That's it, no more. And there are areas they rise like gradually, based on the product they're offering. The customers are coming in long run, short term. Like in terms of Dubai Island, and this answers to the previous question also for the bubble. The first and foremost comparison for it is the blue waters for us, and Palm Jumeirah. And then goes the rest of the world, the rest of the ideas with the islands that Dubai is doing now. When Blue Waters launched, one bedroom prices were 1.7 million, 1.7, 1.73, up to 2.3 million. I clearly remember because I was Dubai Marina specialist at that time. Blue Waters just launched. Miras announced Blue Waters. Yes, we are selling it. Contractor was the Al Shafar, one of the best, if not the best in Dubai, in terms of quality, the timings, and like due diligence. They're a big company. They do big projects. They don't fail their projects. But it was new. It was right after Palm Jumeirah. Palm Jumeirah, we saw a big success. Yes, it's a huge, massive villas, apartments, hotels, resorts, everything. It was a huge success. And Blue Waters is just a small place. Yes, we have that big Dubai Eye, the biggest in the world. But the price-wise, we were new in the market, 2017, 18. It got delivered in 19. So I said, listen, in Dubai Marina, full sea view, one bedroom apartment, high floor, I'm selling the highest 1.35. The highest 1.35.
At that time, yeah.
At that time.
Yeah.
If you reach some, I don't know, extra upgraded apartment, it can go to 1.8, 1.5, 1.6, this level, but never 2.3. You cannot buy 2.3 million one bedroom apartment at that time in Dubai Marina or JBR. You can minimum go for 2 or 3 bedroom. But they started one bedrooms for 2.3 million. Even for me, it was like not reasonable. I did not focus on that Blue Waters that much. I was still with the Dubai Marina, JBR. And that was my mistake. You need to be flexible. You need to be flexible. I learned that. I mean, you need to be flexible. You need to follow the trend. Trend is always your friend.
Yeah.
So, and then a lot of questions started coming, even to my mind, not only from the clients. And they said, who is going to buy this? Who's going to go for 2.3 million one bedroom? Yes, we understand it. They are good sizes, like 1,000 plus square feet each apartment. Yes, the finishings are crazy. Yes, the ideal project with the Dubai Eye, but to Dubai Eye, I can look at from JBR also. Not necessary to be just next to it. I can look at from marina also. It's sea view, like waterfront with the private beach. What else I need? And we didn't focus on that. People sold it. It was a good project. Until and today, at that time, a lot of people expected it to fail.
Hmm.
The bubble will happen. The market get crashed. Like
It's
all
the
this
same
drama.
conversation that we have
Yes.
now. Yeah.
Today, you cannot find one bedroom apartment less than 4.4 million in blue waters.
So basically, we are talking about above 100%
Yes,
appreciation, right?
we hit transactions 5 million, 5.3 million one bedrooms. And the biggest number I saw in that area, the guy got 4-bedroom for 18 million. I will not say the building name because there are like 11 buildings. 4-bedroom for 18 million because in DLD you see the transactions.
Yeah, definitely.
Like what is the recent transactions on specific unit on that property. That's how we give the statistics to the client. Okay, you want to buy that 503 apartment? Let's have a look. It got rented for this much 3 times, 5 times for the last. So let's calculate the ROI. It was purchased for this amount, and the guy bought 4-bedroom for 18 million. 18. At that time, for 18 million, you could have bought like 10 apartments in Marina and rent it like in cash. Okay.
That's why you feel like you
Yes.
were dumb at that time, huh?
No, at that time I was clever.
Yeah.
I thought I was clever.
Yeah, you thought like
Yes, I was doing the right thing because it's logical. Instead of wasting 18 million to 1 unit, we better give it for 10 units. The guy sold that 4-bedroom for 80 million. You calculate, you do the math. 80 million, 80, not 18. How many years? Like since 19, 5 years. We're in 2024, 5 years.
Okay.
Less or more? Fast.
Okay, there is so many cases
Yep.
we want to stop on, and there is so many stages that we want to dip in. But I think our time now is almost over
Yep.
for this episode. But definitely there is so many details. I'm so happy, guys, to see you here in Levante Real Estate Podcast.
Thank you for your time.
Let us see
As
you
well.
in the next episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
That will be more interesting.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
there is so many details. There is so many details for the next episode.